Now that we have determined the 9 areas of software development, now the next step is which programming language should you learn so that you are able to perform the task necessary for development. So I actually have created a table that shows you that depending on which area of software development you focus on will determine which kind of programming language you will use. So for instance, when you are, let's say, an embedded systems developer, the programming language which is used to perform that particular task is either a C programming language or C++ or Java or Python or JavaScript. These are some popular languages. Of course, there could be one or the other or a combination of some, but it depends on the company you work for which tools they choose. So it's not to say that one programming language is better than the other. It's just that certain programming languages, because they are created, they actually are used and become kind of specialized in certain areas of development. So remember we were talking about that the most promising area of software development is actually the web application development. So for web application development, you will be using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to make front-end applications. And for back-end applications, depending on the company you work for, you could be using Java, C#, PHP, Python, JavaScript. So it depends which company chooses which particular tool. So one thing you will notice, I've created another chart, that a website application consists of 2 parts, right? So let's say it's a front-end application and a back-end application. And one thing you will notice that JavaScript is the only programming language that can be used in the front end and actually in the back end as well. So let's say a front end application, which is the user interface, will always be using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So if you think about it, a browser is the environment in which a website exists, a front end exists. Browser is the only environment, right? So browsers only support JavaScript programming language. So that is the reason why all the websites of the world, if they are a little bit fancy and popular, they have to and must and they do use JavaScript to create their front-end applications. Now, as for the back-end, they have different options. They could use PHP, Ruby, Python, JavaScript, C#, Java. There are different options. But all websites, the front-end is built with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So it makes it very clear that JavaScript is the language to learn if you're going to become a front-end application developer. Now, there's one very interesting thing which has been happening for the past 5, 6, 7 years. That is that JavaScript has become the world's most versatile programming language. So what do I mean by that? So I've created another table for you. So JavaScript has become in the recent years so popular and so versatile and so capable that big and small companies are using JavaScript not just to create front-end applications, but also back-end applications, mobile applications, and even desktop applications. So these are the list of some of the companies which are using JavaScript in a big way to create their major applications. So think about the Facebook mobile app, Instagram mobile app, Uber mobile app, Skype mobile app, Slack desktop app, Skype, WhatsApp, PayPal, Uber. They are all using JavaScript for their major applications, not like a small mini fun project that they have. Major applications. So if you think about this particular chart of the 9 areas of software development, JavaScript is the only programming language that is used in front end, right? We know that, which I just told you in this video. But JavaScript is also the only language which can be used in front end, back end, mobile, desktop development, and now it's been used for video game development and data science as well. It's not as popular in data science and video games as much. There are other languages that rule that particular space, but it has become a major player in the web world, mobile world, and desktop world. So that leads you to ask the question that, okay, that's pretty clear that JavaScript is the world's most versatile programming language. It can enable me to do much more things, and it will give me far much better scope in my career now and in the future because a lot of companies are using it. It just gives me bigger and bigger pool of doing stuff and the job opportunity. So that's pretty clear. Now, the next step you want to determine, okay, JavaScript is a clear winner, but then what are the specific things I learned within JavaScript? What are the specific supporting technologies around JavaScript? And what are the exact tools and resources and roadmap? What is my roadmap that I need? What do I do so I become a job-ready JavaScript developer? And that we will discuss in the next video, where I'm going to show you that exact path. So I'll talk to you in the next lesson.